everyone, it's Angelic Doughnut here again, and today I'll be reviewing Tera Online. I recently uploaded about a half hour of gameplay, but I wanted to give a thorough review as I feel this game definitely deserves it. Tera, which stands for The Exiled Realms of Arborea, was developed by Bluehole Studio, published by Endmass Entertainment, and distributed by Atari. It uses the Unreal Engine 3 and is only for Windows, so sorry Mac users. However, I wanted to discuss the real meat of the game, including but not limited to character customization, overall look and feel, storyline, questing, combat, and interface. Character customization is probably one of the most important things in any MMO because your character, avatar, toon, whatever you prefer to call it, is basically the extension of yourself or your personality into the game, or sometimes just the opposite. Either way, creating a character is obviously about making it something you'll feel like staring at while it slashes, stabs, or sets ablaze everything in its path up to and through endgame and in PvP. Tera gives you 7 character races to choose from, which are the humans, Castanics, Baraka, Papori, Ellens, Amon, and the High Elves. The race models are amazing, the texturing is rich, and each race has their own distinct feel. The one thing I give Tera a big thumbs up on is that there are more realistic body proportions for the humans than in most MMOs that have already been released to date. However, while giving the illusion of a very in-depth character customization system, the slider bars don't do too much to really make you look any different from everyone else. Also, there are no body sliders. No way to change your frame at all, which to me is a big minus, because, for example, a warrior would likely not have the same body style as, say, a priest or a mage type character, unless that mage was deadlifting 230 pounds and chugging protein shakes. Does this give me a negative view of the game though? Not at all. To reiterate, the body styles are well proportioned and they have a natural feel to them. The game itself is, in one word, gorgeous. The landscapes have a unique but still high fantasy feel to them, whether you're on the Island of Dawn or somewhere in a craggy desert. It also feels like the armor your character wears seems complementary to its environment, further blending the flow of the game and drawing you in. The city I visited during my time in beta, Velica, was large and busy without feeling overly cluttered or too large, and while this section in and of itself is rather short, all it takes is checking out either my or other people's gameplay videos to see how visually interesting Tera really is. The story starts with 2 titans named Arun and Shara with unimaginable power that fell asleep, becoming the 2 major continents of the world that Tera takes place in. As they dreamed, they created through their dreams the first 12 beings, which are now considered gods. The gods warred amongst each other, so Arun and Shara created the mortals, which were more in numbers but had much less power. The 7 playable races are included in these created mortals, either through the direct conception of the titans themselves, or through wars and other events where hybrid races like the Barakas and the Castanics came to be. Your main enemy in Tera are the Argons, who came from the underworld and are hell-bent on destroying the titans Arun and Shara and resurrecting their demon god Loke. However, I don't know whether Loke was created by the titans or as a product of something else entirely. Because of games like World of Warcraft, I've unfortunately developed this habit of talking to an NPC and accepting quests without reading the quest text, and I admit I'm guilty of this in my time in Tera. I was more excited about getting back into battle than I was with reading through what would probably build a storyline for that specific area. Even so, I was able to get the gist of it through reading the quest tracker information. You get decent rewards often from quests that fit your character, and this is something that's a nice change of pace. In my last few uploaded videos, I was playing as an Ellen sorcerer, but I remade my character into a human slayer, and during that questing I was changing my weapon or gear every 15 to 30 minutes. Also, there are a few short cutscenes here and there from quests as well, and they're not too bad. Combat in Tera is unlike most other games I've ever played. While the free MMO Dragon's Nest required you to aim in combat in a somewhat similar style, the depth of your skills was nowhere near that of Tera. Also, if you're soloing during questing, combat is decently fast, but not so much that you feel overpowered or underpowered at all. Tera and the other major MMO coming out this year, Guild Wars 2, both require you to be actively engaged and aware of what's going on in battle, not just standing around like, yeah. For the most part, the interface is sleek, with the menu being accessible from both the escape and alt buttons, health and mana bars in the top left corner, compass at the top right, and the minimap just to the right of the center of the screen. The basic attack is usually attached to the left mouse button with a slightly stronger attack or evade on the right mouse button, with stronger attacks, buffs, and consumable items either on the 1 through 0 keys or on the minor button bar, which is used by the function keys at the top of the keyboard. My only complaint so far is that I haven't found a way to minimize the chat window, though that's likely an easy solution that I was just missing. I did want to discuss a few other things about Tera that didn't necessarily fit into any of these categories, such as going up or down ladders or vines taking a really long time, or the slightly awkward sexualization of the character from Ass Shot, after Ass Shot, after Ass Shot. As well as one of the cutscenes I saw had a very lackluster quality to it that seemed to badly mimic the Guild Wars 2 concept art style in their cutscenes. Another topic was PvP. Some of you may be wondering why I didn't discuss it or critique any PvP elements, and that's simply because I didn't play through any. It would be completely rude not only to the developers, but you watching this as well if I put in my 2 cents on something I knew absolutely nothing about. Overall though, Tera seems like it has a really bright future ahead of it. It's a fun and engaging MMO, and if it keeps up the way it is now and doesn't alienate its player base, I think it'll be a successful title. It has a lot going for it, and I'll be keeping my eye on it in the future. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd be so kind, and thank you very much for watching!